Hey, what up YouTube? This is iZone. Thanks for tuning in. In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys my first full character guide for City of the Wolves, and it's gonna be on Gato. I've made this character for the first week of the game. He's a stance character, so he has a lot of different options and a lot of different tools. And this video, we're gonna go over his normals, his specials, his stance, his supers, SPG options. If you enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and let's get into the video. We're gonna start with his anti-air options. Anti-airing, super important in any fighting game, but especially in City of the Wolves. There's a lot of jumping and a lot of short hopping, so be sure to snipe him out of the sky. You have a 5-frame light uppercut, forward down forward light kick. Gets the job done. He also has a heavy uppercut, forward down forward heavy kick. And you can break it by pressing the Rev button with the heavy kick button. That causes a juggle. You can now go into different combos. I put the annotations at the bottom. And in different sections we'll also go over all of these special moves. You can also use his high dodge attack. We'll go over that as well later on. Just know that there's a lot of options to get big damage from anti-airs. Annotations at the bottom. It all starts with his heavy uppercut and breaking that. Have a look at his normals. His pressure start with his light punch. It's one of his two best options for pressure. His light punch is a +1 on block. Keeps you in throw range, so you can either frame trap him, throw him, or shimmy from that. Even if they immediately mash throw, you can walk out of range. My favorite option for pressuring is his stand light kick. You can frame trap him with lights as well. You can fake your way in there by walking forward. It's +3, so you have more block advantage. You have to walk forward a tiny bit. But his light kick will combo on counter hit to his stand heavy punch for big damage. And it also frame traps to his close heavy punch. So you get a combo like that. You can just easily see the counter hit. Press another heavy punch and go into the EX moves. His crouching light kick is his low check. Also, you can go into other lights here. On block, you can go into the quarter circle back light kick, light punch move. On hit, you can either try to launch them with the heavy uppercut and break that. Or you can go into his palm, his quarter circle forward light punch move. We'll go over all of these in the special moves. Just know that his lights are an easy hit confirm into a good knockdown. So that's meterless pressure. So launch him for damage. Quarter circle forward light punch for the good knockdown. And quarter circle back, light kick, light punch on block is a good option. Then his close heavy punch, also a wonderful button. This is +2 on block, +7 on hit. So that's +9 on counter hit. You can also break it, and now you're going to be +8 on hit. So it becomes a natural combo into his crouching heavy punch. See, you're now +8, so you can go into his crouching heavy. Now on hit, you can just confirm into your stand light punch like that. You can go into his stance heavy punch, that's also a natural combo, and a frame trap, mind you. So plenty of pressure up close from these buttons. Here, if you break it, you can go into his crouch heavy punch. So stand heavy punch, break, crouch heavy punch. That's the EX stance into the heavy punch, also a frame trap, and launches the opponent. His crouching heavy punch is 1 frame faster, 8 frame startup. Should not really press this up close. But it can still combo into the same things as his stand heavy punch. It's just a little bit faster. The downside here is that his crouching heavy punch into the stance heavy punch is not a real frame trap. You can mash out of that. Same goes for the EX stance, this one. This is not a true frame trap. So if you want to trap him, use heavy punch. If you expect the gap, you can do crouching heavy punch. Then his heavy kick, when you do it up close, it's a two hitter, +5 on hit. So you can confirm that into your crouching light punch. That's a 5 frame. Got good range, so it's also a good poke. There we go. Easy hit confirm up close. So this is good to do on Oki, for example. A little bit further away, it's a good poke, just to annoy them. But if you happen to get a wild punish, like this, they're +23. Means you can dash up and press your heavy punch. You can break that into your crouching heavy punch. And now you got big combos and big damage going on. That's 375 meterless. So this is something you're going to be using for shimmies, for example. You saw that in the introduction combo. Crouching heavy punch, there we go. Get the knockdown. Then his sweep, he has a 10 frame sweep. It's -11 on block. And it has some pushback. So if you do this on max range and they block it. Let me put the guard on. They block it like this. You will see that he's not punishable. At least not by himself. See that? So you can sweep from far away. But the hitbox is not as big as it seems to be when you look at the animation. Then his forward light punch. This is an overhead. This is really fast. 19 frame startup is fast for an overhead. And it's +5 on hit, so you can combo into your crouching light punch. So you have a comboable overhead. But it's -8 on block. So there's some risk attached to this. -8 is a lot. So you're gonna get punished probably if they block this. Like that. See that? -8? You are in range for example, crouching heavy punch from himself. So watch out with that. His forward light kick, this move right here, this varies in frame data. It's better if they stand up. If they crouch, their hurt box lowers a little bit. So on a standing opponent, you can get it up to +7 even on hit, to +1 on block. So this is something I use to cover the distance and be safe. You're always safe here. And you might just be plus, and if it hits them, you might get a combo. You can just visually see if you hit them late enough in the animation. Takes some practice, but I think this is something he really needs because his walk speed is pretty slow. And he doesn't have a run either. I guess this target combo, light kick, heavy punch. The heavy kick hits twice, so you have a lot of time to go into his heavy punch. So what I'm doing here is start with a light kick, light punch, light kick, heavy punch. You can even go into your SPG. We'll go over that in the SPG section at the end of the video. Then he has this move right here. You jump in the air and press your Rev button, and he will now switch sides in the air. So he can use heavy buttons to cross people up. So his cross-up game is really good. If you don't go for the short hop, but for the normal jump here, you can get combos into heavies just because you crossed them up with a heavy. So it has a lot more hit stun than his normal crouching jumping light kick, which is his normal jumping. Cross-up jumping. He also has a jump in target combo. I never really used that. Reminds me of Cody's one. It's a little worse. Special moves. His quarter circle forward light punch here. This is a confirm from his lights. Gives a good knockdown. See that? And it's -6 on block. Even -12 if you do both options, or -10. But nobody does that. But if you misconfirm your -6, you're still gonna get punished there. So don't do that. Same goes for his heavy punch. You combo into this from his heavies and from certain juggles. Gives more damage. It's the same startup and the same disadvantage on block. He also has the EX version. Quarter circle forward punch. Also 12 startup. This is -2 on block, so this is safe. This is something you could just throw out there once in a while. And it's an easy confirm into his other EX specials. So I'm going to his EX quarter circle back kick. That's a launcher. Annotations at the bottom. Then it's a light uppercut. This here is fully invincible. So this is Good for anti-airing, but also good for wake up. Then we have his heavy uppercut. This is something that's used as a launcher as you break it. Saw that in the anti-air section. You can follow up with a light uppercut or with a light palm or with a super. A light palm. Either go into a super for damage or a light palm for the knockdown. Then it's a quarter circle back kick move. This one here. Quarter circle back kick. If you follow up with a light kick, you get a juggler. So this is either a combo ender on a grounded opponent. But if the opponent is in the air, you can extend the juggle. So for example, if you go into the EX launcher here and then quarter circle back light kick, you can get a juggle into a light uppercut or into a super or into a heavy uppercut you can break. Now this quarter circle back kick option also has other extensions. You can press the light punch as a combo ender, like it gives like a grounded projectile kinda, or like a ground stomp. The heavy kick version gives you a slide, like basically like Akuma's demon flip. But this is even minus on hit, so I'm not really a fan of this. This is basically a low check against opponents that walk back. But this is punishable, -6 on block and also minus on hit. He also has this dive kick. I didn't really find a way to make this plus from a block string, but it's pretty easy to get it to -1. So that's good, because that hits overhead. So you can flip the script on them by doing the dive kick or doing the low to keep them guessing. That's pretty good. The EX version of this is pretty interesting. We already saw the EX version. There we go, the EX version go into the launcher, but if you press the light punch afterwards, you're gonna be plus on block. The slide is not plus on block, by the way. Look, still -6, so that doesn't really have that much advantage. But the dive kick can be plus. Here we have it +3. If you do it from further away, you can even get it to +4. So EX dive kick is good, EX launcher is good, and the EX ground pound projectile also good to get you plus. Some more attention here for his stance. That's quarter circle back light punch. Always press another light punch there to go out of his stance, even on hit. If you press light kick, you get a parry. So Terry here is gonna press a button after I put him in block stun, and then I do the stance into the light kick for the parry. Gives you a parry strike. No further, you don't get anything else than that, but still good damage. Punish counter. Play around with this. Because when he's in the stance, he's vulnerable. He cannot do much from there. But the parry does give him an option to defend himself. Now the stance into the heavy punch. This is a frame trap from heavy punch. It combos from heavy punch as well. It's safe on block. And it also combos from his crouching heavy punch. So when this hits, you get a stand light punch there. And that can go into the quarter circle forward light punch move. If this by itself happens to counter hit them like this, you can even get a heavy punch into a heavy follow-up. Yeah, you can get big damage. So from a frame trap perspective, start with light kick into heavy punch. That's a frame trap. Then go into the stance back heavy punch. That's another frame trap. That's really good.
It's time.
He also has a command grab from the stance. That is by pressing heavy kick. But you have to try this out. From the light punch, there's a... he cancels too many frames here. So it's really difficult to do it on a mashing opponent. From light kick, you have the most advantage, but you have too much advantage. So you have to manually delay it. So you use the command grab when you condition the opponent to not mash after you press a light button. So you can tick throw with this command grab, but you can only do that if they respect you. Now here's the EX version of the stance. Especially into the heavy punch is a good option, because that's +3 on block and it launches on hit. So this is something you see in combos, but I also like to press heavy punch into that EX stance heavy punch. because that's a natural combo like that, but on block you're +3, so you can frame trap them. Also works from crouching heavy punch. Just remember, it's not a true frame trap. So against mashing players, you cannot do that. Do it from heavy punch. Close heavy punch. See? This doesn't work. If they mash, you still have that stance into the parry strike. And let's have a look at the Rev Blow, because a lot of people turn green in this game. Of course, you can counter by using your own Rev Blow when you're in SPG. You can get a heavy punch and go into another crouching heavy punch here. See? Dash up, heavy punch, break that, crouch heavy punch, or feint that, crouch heavy punch, go into a big combo. Look at that, 527 damage. You can also use your high crush. This. That's the Rev with the heavy punch. I have a macro for that. And you can cancel that into a special move. So like this, you can go into the EX stance, heavy punch, into the quarter circle back, kick, the launcher, 450 damage. Not bad, Gato. He does good damage. There we go. Nice. This is good to practice. I'm surprised how many people are using that Rev Blow in neutral. There's a lot of startup. I really like how in this game you don't have to punish it with your own Rev Blow, that you actually have an option that's always available for you, and that is meterless. Here's some tick throw options. We went over this in the first segment. Light punch is a true tick throw. Is a light kick is not, but it has more advantage, so you can frame trap into heavies or into other lights like that. So you wanna condition people into teching throws. That's how you get a lot of damage in this game. Gato's backwalk is pretty good, so you can use your heavy kick here to get the wild punish. Then you dash up into his heavy punch. You feint that into a crouching heavy punch, and now you can go into anything you want. Dash up, heavy punch, feint, crouch, heavy punch. And I advise you to go into the EX stance, into the heavy punch. Don't forget to cancel out of it by pressing light kick. And then you go into the quarter circle back kick move, into light kick. Get the party started. 678 damage. Now let's have a look at his supers. He has 5 supers. We're gonna start with his light punch. Quarter circle forward, light punch. Has no invincibility. The heavy punch does have invincibility. It's 1 frame faster at 7 frames startup. This can go through fireballs in neutral with decent range. You can get these off in any juggle. So whether you break a heavy uppercut, or whether you're in a different kind of juggle like this, you can always go into your light punch and heavy punch supers. Both of them will always work. Now he also has these kick supers. These are for the corner and for anti-airing. And these do a little bit more damage, but are more situational because they don't have any horizontal range. They hit upwards. So you can use this as anti-air. You can also use your high crush here into quarter circle back light kick. Light kick, that can go into one of these supers as well. So that's pretty good. But like in combos, this is not gonna work. See? Even when you're that close to them, it's not gonna work. Even if you break it early, it doesn't work. But you can use it in the corner for all these same combos. Launch him like that, uppercut, and here you can go into a level 1 or level 2. So in the corner, this is optimal, does more damage. Also for anti-airing, does more damage. Now let's have a look at his SPG options. When Gato turns into the Hulk, he can tag these on from EX moves. So something like that. You can give a little more damage to an EX uppercut, for example. See, you can just do it from EX. You get a little bit more damage than a regular combo. I wouldn't really use it for that. It's good to use after an EX uppercut. And it's also good to use after the target combo. Now here's his hidden art, hidden gear. What do you call it in this game? Hidden gear. That's quarter circle forward Rev. This has the same utility as his punch supers. So it has the good range in neutral, it has a horizontal range. And this will work from all of his juggles. You don't have to be in a corner, you can do this anywhere on screen. Like that. And it does a shit ton of damage. Good combat factor. Not done yet. Then let's have a look at his low crush. We already went over his high crush for a lot of anti-air options. He also has his low crush. It's gonna put you at +8. So when you do this up close, this is too far, but when you do it up close like this, you have the read that they're going for a low. You can crush that low and then do crouching heavy punch into a combo. But be aware, you do this when they're pressuring you. So when you are under pressure and you think, okay, they're gonna do a low now, you can press this crush button. He also has these feints, the Rev plus the heavy kick button. He can either do a like something that looks like a feinted projectile, like it looks like a feinted throw basically, like this. Looks like a throw to bait something here. But he also has a move that looks like his quarter circle forward light punch move. So like this. So people might start like Rev guarding it, for example. You can just throw him out of it. Alright, so that's everything I find out about Gato. I hope you find this guide helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I made a bunch of combo videos for these characters, so I'll leave them down here. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.